Welcome to The Explainer. Think about it for a second. Trillions of dollars moving across the globe in literal milliseconds. It's wild. Today, we're taking a really high-stakes look at what is essentially the central nervous system of modern banking and finance. Have you ever wondered how massive financial institutions actually manage to survive and even thrive in an era of just constant, non-stop disruption? Well, it all comes down to one absolutely crucial thing: strategic program management. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this, because we're facing the absolute billion-dollar puzzle here. How do banks innovate without breaking the rules? It's like a giant tightrope walk. On one hand, you've got this highly regulated environment with literally zero room for error. But on the other hand, there's this urgent, existential need for digital transformation. Like, if a bank doesn't innovate, it dies. But if it breaks the rules while trying to innovate, the consequences are catastrophic.
To see how financial giants actually pull this off, here's our roadmap. First, the high-stakes balancing act. Second, safeguarding assets and trust. Third, modernizing the customer journey. Fourth, driving operational agility. And finally, connecting silos for advantage.
Starting with Section 1, the high-stakes balancing act, navigating risk and innovation. Financial services operate in this incredibly fast-changing marketplace, an ecosystem where every single decision carries massive weight. So the answer to keeping it all together without dropping the ball? That lies in program management. We define it as the structured oversight needed to coordinate regulatory initiatives, digital transformation, and customer experience programs. The key phrase to really remember here is structured oversight. We're not just talking about everyday project management, it's the high-level orchestration that keeps this crazy juggling act of wildly diverse projects completely aligned with the strategic business goals.
And that leads us directly to this absolute rule. Innovation must balance with stability and compliance. You simply cannot have one without the other. You can't just go and build some flashy, cutting-edge mobile banking feature if it accidentally opens up a massive security loophole, right? Innovation cannot exist at the expense of regulatory stability. The structural integrity of the entire institution just has to hold firm.
Moving to Section 2, safeguarding assets and trusts through compliance and risk management.
If we look at these specific initiatives, you can really see the massive weight and the sheer complexity of modern banking regulations. Under regulatory compliance, program management oversees incredibly high-stakes initiatives. Think adhering to Basel III or navigating GDPR, where a single misstep, just one, can cost hundreds of millions of dollars in fines. This oversight ensures consistent compliance across totally different departments and global geographies. And right alongside that, under risk management, we're talking about coordinating enterprise-wide risk frameworks, highly sophisticated fraud prevention, and ironclad cybersecurity programs. This structured oversight is exactly what safeguards a bank's physical and digital assets, and most importantly, the foundational trust of its clients.
Section 3, modernizing the customer journey, focusing on digital transformation and experience.
So now we're shifting gears from playing defense, managing those risks and rules, to playing offense. Under digital transformation, institutions are managing massive cloud migrations, they're integrating with agile fintech partners, and deploying AI-driven analytics to basically modernize from the inside out. At the exact same time, to modernize the customer experience, they are rolling out loyalty programs, seamless omni-channel services, and mobile enhancements. So the really crucial point to take away here is that you are upgrading the back-end technology while simultaneously strengthening those front-end client relationships. They absolutely have to work together.
Section 4, driving operational agility, achieving efficiency in a fast-changing environment. Now, to actually fund and support all of these incredible modernizations we just talked about, financial organizations have a strict mandate: run leaner and faster. They achieve this agility by relentlessly focusing on three key areas: driving automation to strip out manual, repetitive errors, process optimization to drastically speed up delivery times, and implementing shared service programs across the whole enterprise. It's a rapid race toward operational efficiency, simply because bloated banks do not survive in today's market. They just don't.
And this brilliantly illustrates Section 5, connecting silos for advantage, the ultimate value delivered.
Treating compliance, risk, and innovation as separate, isolated silos, that is incredibly dangerous. It leads to blocked projects, severe compliance failures, and some heavily frustrated customers. The vital bridge here is creating interconnected priorities. Good program management aligns a regulatory adherence directly with your digital modernization and your customer-centric strategies. This is the ultimate thesis of our source material. These massive initiatives literally cannot exist in isolation. They're part of the same whole. When an organization successfully connects these priorities, it achieves three highly coveted outcomes. First, resilience against unexpected market shocks and regulatory crackdowns. Second, rock-solid trust from customers and watchdogs alike. And third, a massive competitive advantage. In a fiercely demanding marketplace, the institutions that coordinate these elements best are for sure the ones that ultimately win.
So, as we wrap up, I want to leave you with this final provocative thought to chew on. Are your compliance and innovation strategies siloed, or are they actively driving your competitive advantage? Applying this structured framework of program management might just be the key to turning your biggest regulatory hurdles into your absolute greatest strategic edge. Thanks for exploring this with me today, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.